Okay, so I am going to do a quick training about um, how I gain followers and what I do. Now, I'm working on my laptop, and this is a continuation of our series about gaining followers. So, I want to show you what I do when I'm working on my laptop. And I can also do this from my phone, but I just wanted to let you know that I am on my laptop right now doing this work. So, I'm trying to gain followers. So, what I am doing is I am going to be sharing things in groups to gain likes or engagement. Okay. So I have a current meme, so to speak, that I just actually created. I highly recommend if you have the time and ability to recreate things, you can do that. If you don't, that's fine. It doesn't mean that it won't do as well, but I do like to brand my content. So I'm going to show you, get my meeting thing out of my way. I'm going to show you the groups that I'm going to target today. All right. So I am going to click on my groups here, and I am in, let's see how many groups I'm in, just to give you some context. Now, I didn't join groups for quite a while, months. I wasn't joining groups after I built myself to 10,000 followers. So I haven't been actively joining as many groups as I used to. But you can see that I have 2,488 groups. It's not really a ton of groups. If I were consistently had been doing this over the past 2.5 years, I would probably have more groups. But today, the groups or the target audience that I am going for is moms. All right. You can choose anything, but my target audience right now is moms. And so I just joined, these are the last groups that I've joined. I do have some groups that are pending that I've joined. You'll see that at the top. You're going to get a different view, by the way, if you're working from your phone. And um, I do have some training videos that where I am working on my phone and I'm on Zoom recording the training so you can see what it looks like. And part two of this, I will be doing that because I want you to see the step two in gaining followers, right? So this is going to be the first part. And as you can see, I took some time today to join several groups. I highly recommend every day you join at least 15 groups. Um, and do that consistently every day. Doesn't matter what kind of groups they are. Okay. It really does not matter. And that will make more sense to you as I go along in this. All right. So know that it doesn't matter what groups that you're joining at all. So my target is moms. So I've already posted in some of them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on your groups, right? So that way I'm only going to see my groups. Let me hide this meeting bar real quick because I keep having to, um, my meeting controls, I keep having to move it. Okay. So I can see now just my groups, right? So I think I had already clicked on that. And this shows the groups that I'm in. Now, you can sort your groups, by the way, over here, and you can sort it by default, alphabetically, most visited, or recently joined first. All right, mine is defaulted to recently joined first. Okay, so I know that I've already went into these first groups, and that's when I decided, oh, maybe I should record this. So I know that I already posted in some of those. And if you aren't sure if you've posted in those groups, either just now or at all, I'm going to show you first how you can see that. So this tells me I last visited it 17 minutes ago, at this one 16 minutes ago, etc. So I'm going to click I'm going to give you two different examples. So I'm going to click view group and it's going to tell me that it's pending admin approval. So I just posted this and it's not went through the process. This group has their controls or settings set to for their admins or moderators to approve posts. So mine hasn't been approved yet. If you forget what it is, if it could be pending for, seen some pending for a very, very long time. And I try to go in, and if it's been pending for a long time, I'll delete the post because they're probably not going to approve it. And Facebook can kind of see a count of how many posts you have out there pending. So if you want to see, you can click manage post, and you can see, I just joined this group, that I have one pending post. I've not published any, I've not had any declined with feedback, and they have not removed any of my posts. So this is the post that I post. I'm going to leave that there. I only posted it 17 minutes ago. I'm going to leave that there for them to approve. And I'm going to hit the back button. So this was a post that I saw, and I recreated it. As I said, I recreated it with a better picture, a clearer picture. And I actually changed one of the words from parents to moms, and I'll show you. I'll show you that I actually did it in two different ways. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my back button. I'm then going to see the next group, view in group. I believe this one's still pending as well. All right. So as you can see, all I am doing is clicking on the group, and I am seeing what's pending. Again, I could go in and manage it and see exactly what was pending. Now I'm brand new to this group, and I will tell you that a general rule, remember this, please remember this one little tip. A general rule is to join a group and do not post in it for at least 3 days. The reason being is that bots, okay, or spam or scammers or whatever, any of that, usually join a group and post right away. And so there is an option when you create a group to not allow that to happen, to immediately decline or even block sometimes anyone who tries to post within the first 3 days. Okay? So there's that, 3-day waiting period, so to speak. Okay? So some of these groups I would not have normally posted in, but I did. I posted anyway. So the next group that I clicked on, just in case you didn't see this, is this girl mom memes and quotes. Okay? So I'm going to click view group. And, if you scroll down, I can't see what I posted. So that's, to me, not an effective way for me to see if my post was posted. So I am going to click these three dots here. I'm going to click your content, because now there's not the button up there that says it's pending, right? I'm going to post click post, your content, sorry. And I'm gonna look. Well, it looks like they published it, so I can view my published post. All right, so I can see that they published this. I can even go further, and I can view it in the group. Just so you know, you can view it in the group. All right. That's all I want to show you, is that you on this portion, is that this is how you can check to see if you've already posted. Sometimes when I'm posting, I lose my spot and I forget which one I just posted in. All right. So I have that particular post right now that's about Yoda, okay? And so I am going to not post it in this mom kitchen secrets and recipe tips group. Or maybe I could. I'm going to see what other content is in here. And if it really truly is all recipes, I won't. But this is not all recipes. This is more, oh, it's kitchen secrets. So these things would relate to kitchen secrets. And I don't see anything else. I don't see any other content, like general content in here. It seems to be pretty steady in their theme. So I'm not going to post my other one in there because it might get removed. And I don't want to have my post removed. Stay at home moms in business. All right. Now, I think that the moms in this group could probably relate to this. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you are also running a business, this might be relatable. All right. This might be a travel group. Um, okay, so I do see a lot of posts in this group about business opportunities. But um I'm gonna take my chance on this one, okay? I honestly don't care if they even boot me out of this one. I'm in hundreds of stay-at-home mom business groups, and I'm not looking to post right now a opportunity post. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a try. You never know what could happen. Remember that our reasoning behind what we're doing right here is to gain followers, followers that are going to see our business, whether you are team building or you're booking travel. So I'm just going to hit click post and we'll see what happens. Okay. It's submitted for group admin approval. All right. I pretty much expected that. All right. So I just wanted to show you this portion where I am in a lot of mom groups. Okay. I want to go now to a group that I know that I could probably post in. I'm not brand new in that group, another type of group. So I'm going to do uh, groups searching for memes, and then I want to just do groups, but I'm going to filter it down to my groups. But before I do that, see, I can see a bunch of opportunities for groups, and I want to join these groups that have a ton of people in them. All right. I don't want to join a group that has 100 or 200 people in it. I want to join large groups because I want my content to reach more people. Okay. The most amount of people. That's why Facebook is the preferred platform when you are marketing your business, because this is extending your reach to these people. Now, if I post 15 times a day, add this up in your head, 500, 750, 100, that's a million followers right there. If I just post in three groups, add another, I'm definitely over a million people that my content is reaching, and then potentially I can invite them to follow me. Okay, that's what we're going for. So I would join some of these groups, but don't join more than 15 a day, or you could get put in what's called Facebook jail. Facebook would limit your ability to post, comment, add friends, join groups, etc. So don't do more. And I just told you I've already done a bunch of mom groups today, so I'm not going to do these. I'll do these another day, right? But this is a really quick way for you to see some great groups to be in. So I am going to filter it now down to my groups. Okay. And I want to go to my groups. And here's this top one is 761,000 people in there. It gets a lot of activity. And so I'm going to visit this group. I'm not sure how long I've been in this group. I could check and see my content, or maybe the last content. I believe that this is a newer group that I'm in. But I'm going to go ahead and post that post. All right. Now, had I copied it, I could just paste it in there. But I have it saved, and so I'm just going to grab it and I'm going to click post. All right. Now I'm going to do this 15 times. Okay. Now, I don't count if every post I've posted so far, except for one, have been pending. Okay. So I am only going to count one that actually went through, because we don't know when they're going to review and actually post it. So when I say you can post 15 times, I want to tell you that you can do it 15 times where you get it to immediately post for you. Okay. So you can technically do it more than 15 times. Just make sure you're watching to see how many are actually posting live. Okay. Submitted. I'm not going to count that. So I'm still at one. I got my finger up, by the way. All right. SpongeBob memes. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Relationship memes. I'm gonna do it. It's got a lot of people in here. I believe I posted in here several times without any issues of getting it approved. So I'm gonna try this one and see what happens. Nope, submitted for post approval. All right, let me look. I'm just gonna look at my content. They have published a post for me before. Oh, it's been a long time. I created that post like from scratch. Um, and that was a long time ago. So I haven't um tried in that group. Again, I'm in so many groups that I don't. Wholesome memes. This one is where I actually got the most views. I will tell you that I already know that this group only lets certain people post, and I would get a lot of denied posts in here. But I'm going to click on my content. They have only published 3 of mine ever. Okay. But they haven't done it in over a year. This was my very, nope, that wasn't my very first. Maybe maybe it was deleted. But they've only ever posted 3 of mine, and then they changed their rules, and now people have to pay to be able to post in there, and you'll come across that, unfortunately. So I'm not going to really even try. I don't think. We'll see. I have plenty of other groups that I can go into. Again, this is almost a half a million people in this group. I have one that's pending, uh, back from March. Okay. And so I'm going to delete it. Okay. They've not posted any of my stuff. The only one I've ever tried was pending, so I'm not going to bother with that group. I'm not going to leave the group, but I'm not going to bother. Um, wholesome memes. Oh, that's what we were just on. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, let me take this one. This is a different group, though, I'm pretty sure, because it has less people in it. Let me look at my content. It has published 1 post. Um, it was a while ago. I could try it, and see if they post it. We'll see. So this is what I'll do, especially if I've just created a meme. I will do it on my laptop because that's where I created it in Canva, and I'm here, and I don't want to have to download the graphic that I just created using my mobile Canva app. All right. So, I'm going to post a few more times in here, and then I'm going to show you. So now you can see what I do. Okay. Now, part 2, I said, has to be done mobily, and I'll tell you why. All right. So here's my page and the things that I have posted on my own page, but I'm going to take you actually to the professional dashboard, and you can look on my YouTube. If you do not know how to make sure you're in professional mode, this is how you can see uh, your statistics, okay, and see how your profile is performing. Okay, these are my insights. Yesterday I was up to 200 or 300%. Today I'm down, right? Because I'm down from yesterday. Yesterday was a lot higher. All right, but this is going to show insights. It's going to talk about my content. It's going to tell me how many viewers I've had in the last 28 days. It's going to tell me what types of content are doing the best. 87% is from photos. And it's going to show me how my content is doing. And as you can see, my content is doing better with non-followers. Those are people who are not already following me. So it's not one of my 10,000 followers. These are other followers that are seeing my content. That's good because that's a chance for more people to follow you. I can then see my recent posts, and you can see this on your mobile as well. And I can see exactly how many views each thing got. Okay. I can click see all, and I can see my recent posts. Um, I don't know what, there we go. I can see my recent posts and I can see this got 40,000 views. I published this on September 29th, 40,000 views, 24,000 viewers, 976 interactions. And how many net followers I gained from it. So I didn't gain any net followers from it, but it did get a lot of attraction. That just means that no one followed me because they saw that particular post and clicked follow. It doesn't mean I didn't gain followers overall from that, because I'm going to show you what I do next in order to gain followers from the people who viewed and interacted. Okay, this is what's important. These people who viewed and interacted, these are now who I am going to invite to like my content. Okay. So I must have posted, oh yeah, I posted this in a couple of groups. All right. So these are group posts also. These are not posts that are on my page. And so these are people in this group, Romance Book Lovers Club, the Bookworms. Those are two of the here's another one, Book Talk Babes, Reading Lounge. And I don't know, I must have stopped and only put, sometimes I do it for a quick second. If I have a break, I will do things. I think I did this while I was on the bus. Um, and I had a break while I was waiting for students to load. So I utilize every little second of my day that I have. And who isn't grabbing their phone and scrolling in those, when you have 5 minutes of downtime? We're doing it. Okay. Use it to grow your business, use it to make money instead of just mindlessly scrolling. Okay. So I do remember now posting this 7:30 a.m. I know that that's when I was sitting on the bus waiting, because I don't leave back out of the high school a lot until 7:38. Okay. So see how I was utilizing my time? This is how I utilized my time while I was waiting to hit the road again. So this is what I'm going to look at. Now I should be able to click on here and I should be able to go right to the group and see exactly where I posted it. All right. I had 52 people that did what are called interactions, and this is what you're striving for in order to invite people to follow your page. This is what it's all about when it comes to getting followers. Okay. And again, this is why it doesn't matter what the content is or what group you're posting it in. I'm just trying to pull these readers, these other people who are in this group with me. Coincidentally, I don't even read romance books. That's not my genre, but I joined it anyway when it was suggested, because I know that I can still pull followers from there. Okay. So, of these 52 people, now I want to tell you that this is exactly why I do part two on my phone. Because as you can see, um, this invited, it doesn't allow me to invite all these people from my laptop. It'll let me add them as a friend, but I do not want to do that. Why don't I want to add them as a friend? Glad you asked. Because you are limited to 5,000 friends on your Facebook, but there is no limit to the amount of followers that you can have. Those people are the people that will see your content as they're scrolling through Facebook. That's what you want, is you want people to see your content and your page when they're scrolling. It doesn't matter if you two are friends on Facebook. Okay. So you just want them to see your content. Okay. So I don't use this portion to invite them to follow me because I can't see them all. I can only see a few. I can't even see all 50 some of them. All right. And so I do the next step from my phone, which part two, I'll show you how to do that. And I invite them all. Okay. Um, Now also too, one thing you might be wondering is, why is this so lopsided? Why are there 924 comments, but only 52 people interacted? And if that's what I want, most of all, it would feel like this is a failure, right? It's because I asked them to comment. So you do want interaction, and you do want them to be liking and hearting your content. But in this particular case, I only asked them to comment, and they did. Look it, they did. 924, they did. Okay. So it got a lot of traffic, it got a lot of views, etc. I just didn't generate the likes. Now, that doesn't mean it's not important, but for this particular reason that I'm training you now, I would like to see a post that has more likes, because once there are likes, I can invite them all. So let me go to another one and see. This one only had 12,000 views, but I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take a look. 17 people. Now here, I already invited them. Otherwise it would be, and I did that from my phone. So I can't show you, but occasionally you can invite a few. All right. So make sure that you attend part 2, where I am on my phone via Zoom and I'm showing you live what it looks like when I am inviting people. And I do have another video already out there, but this is going to be an updated one that I'm going to do later today or tomorrow, so that I can post a part 2. So if you're seeing this later on down the road, you can look at my YouTube channel and find the part 2 for that after I post it. So this would be a start for you on the road to gaining more followers. I would urge you to go through. I'm going to go through and I'm just going to find something to give you positive thoughts. Here's one of my groups that I'm in. This is always a really great place for to either steal a picture or to and it's not stealing. I use the word steal, but it's not stealing. Anything that's on the internet is fair game unless it's copyrighted. Okay? But these kind of things, you could absolutely right click on this, hit copy image, and then use it. You could say, or you could just save it to your computer. I sometimes I save things to my phone. Now, sometimes, or a lot of times, what I try to do is use this for inspiration and redo it. Okay. I don't really love this graphic that they have it on, but the saying is kind of nice. So I might be tempted to take this and open up my Canva, which I'm going to do right now for you. I'm going to open up my Canva and you'll be able to see the what I just did with that Yoda meme. Okay. So I took this Yoda meme and I created this from scratch. I just went and I grabbed a picture and I pasted this picture here. I just did a little Google search for the scene when Yoda dies. It's still loading, so it's all the scene while where Yoda dies, and then I put this text in there. Okay, so I created this very, very easily. Okay, I just literally right clicked and pasted a picture there. And then I hit the text button and I put this text there. Okay. And that's where I changed it. So I told you that I changed a couple things. And I did one that said once I became a mom, you could say once I became a dad, once I became a parent. I also did it a second one to post in my little group with my fellow bus drivers. And then I changed it to say once I became a bus driver. Okay. And I brand it. Okay. Here's another advantage to you um, recreating something or making it your own, tweaking it, what have you, is that you can add some type of branding. I tend to use my Linktree address on there. Although it's not a clickable link, Linktree is pretty easy to see and type into a search engine. If they wanted to see my Linktree, they'd end up at my Linktree. Another thing that's really great is that people will share your memes and the graphics that you create. And so I've seen it happen. I say, "Hey, that's mine." I'll see it on another wall or another someone else's page, and I'll see that it's mine, right? Because now it's you can even watermark it, which I do have a brand template that's watermarked so that if it's shared, it's got your information on it. Okay. Now I don't put anything more than my link tree on there a lot of times because I don't want it to be considered promotion or spam. And so I tend to just put that on there kind of subtly. And I even uh adjust the transparency. As you can see, the font is lighter than the other. I want it to be there. I don't want it to stick out as bright as the other. And you can always attend. I do have trainings on my YouTube Canva creation trainings. I have a ton of those on my YouTube channel. So that's all for today, just to show you what you can do. I would just, get your feet wet and grab one from somewhere else. I'm going to go back to Facebook so you can see something that you like, something that looks inspirational. This right here is just a really pretty picture that would be really nice to save to use as a background, right? So I could just grab it and save it to use later, right? Just going to save that one. But um you can do um something. You want to aim for something that's going to cause them to hit the like button. Proof that you're not sad. You're asking people to put something in the comment section. Okay. This is not going to gain as many of these likes and hearts, right? You want something that people are going to go, oh, yes, definitely. That's me. All right. This one is going to generate more comments. This one is going to generate more likes and hearts, right? Maturity is learning to walk away from people and situations that threaten your peace of mind, self-respect, values, morals, or self-worth. Imagine how many people are just going to see that and they're going to go like, this is brand new. It was just posted 5 minutes ago, right? So this is something that I would save. And when I do content creation on the weekends, usually Sundays, I will go through and I will look at everything I saved and I will redo it. I'll redo it. I'll change the picture. I would make it a realistic picture versus a cartoon drawing, and I'm going to make sure that I've branded it. Okay? And you can even change the wording if you want to. Um this isn't this isn't asking anyone to interact at all. Okay. I would say that this would be a poor example of something to use if you're trying to gain followers. All right. It's not going to prompt as either thing. Um, this is going to prompt you to comment. All right. Um, So this is again positive thoughts. You could go through and you could look at a meme group. If you like memes and you want to round out your content and make sure that you got a little humor, you've got a little inspiration. By the way, when you do your training, your initial training, you are trained to make sure that you have a variety of types of posts on your personal page. If you do not know what I'm talking about, message me and I will direct you to the training that is going to talk to you about how to make your personal Facebook page well rounded so that people will want to follow you. If you invite someone to follow you, and I'll touch on this again the second training, if you invite someone to follow you and they check out your page, they're going to need to see some things that would inspire them to say, oh, yeah, I'd like to follow this person, right? Are you educating your followers on travel things, not shoving ads down their throat? Are you educating them? Are you giving travel tips? Are you sharing articles, important articles, right? If there's new flight information or airline information or TSA's come out with something new, are you giving packing tips? Are you focusing on um certain itineraries? And then are you having humorous things, right? Everybody needs a little bit of laugh, right? You may have there's different types of senses of humor. But I think that your page should reflect who you are as a person because going further psychologically, people will book with who they like, know, and trust. And in this day and age, people get to know you electronically on social media versus the everyday, right? It's two separate worlds. You have people that you know via social media and the internet, and you have people that you know in person and you have actual human contact. And sometimes those are two separate people, right? Let's be honest. So maybe you want to then include an inspirational post. And so during the week when you're posting, you're going to want to change it up a little bit. And again, I schedule my posts. There's tons of trainings out there about how to schedule your posts so that you are not a slave to your social media, thinking you have to get on there every day and post. You can post depending on what you're posting and how you're posting 21, 28 days ahead of time. So I post all of my stuff. I create batch content and I schedule all my posts for groups, for my pages, for my personal Facebook profile, for my business profile, etc. I even for our Team Rambler group, I schedule that content so that I know that it's going to come out at a certain date and a certain time. If I'm doing a series, I'm going to have that post weekly um, or daily at a certain time or weekly at a certain time, etc. So that allows you to work smarter, not harder, and take care of that all in one sitting. So if you set aside an hour or two where you're creating content, you're scheduling your content, it makes it pretty quick. No matter what happens to you during that day of the week, you already have content scheduled, right? Some people, it's funny. Some people will be like, "Oh, Kelly's online right now. Let me message her." I probably am not online at that time. I just schedule my content, right? You see me post something, it doesn't mean I actually posted it right then. So that's all for now. I am going to um, get my stop recording this, and I will make sure that I get this posted to YouTube, posted in our group, and then stay tuned for part two.